you look at the stat sheet and I think it's a heck of a ball game. And yet, there's really no substitute. I guess the object's putting that round ball in the basket. And, we're number 2 in the Big Ten in field goal percentage. And tonight was one of those nights. And, 14 assists, 8 turnovers, 20 offensive rebounds against the Tom Izzo team. I'll take that every night. And yet, could make a basket, could make a shot. I liked our shots. I liked where we were at. Tough night for Kofi. He'll bounce back. But, it was a night that, Cassius does what Cassius does and was terrific. And then we let Xavier have a big night. But and I was really impressed with Bingham and the job he did on both ends of the court in terms of creating space. I thought his rebounding was important. He blocked one of Kofi's shots early. His length was a factor.
Coach, over your left, I'm going to walk you gingerly here. I know you have to be careful, but the last play of the first half, did you get any explanation on they called your guy for the foul on that half-court shot?
No. I got a 24-hour moratorium before I can call the league office and ask about that. But I've always assumed that when you shoot, you have to land in the same spot that you come down in, and if not, there's an opportunity to take a charge. But anyway.
Right here, Coach. Just a year ago, you had a really hard-fought game with your team against the Michigan State team that had lottery picks and things like that. What do you think was the difference between last season and this season?
We made shots. I mean, it's hard to compare one game to the next because it's a different vibe, it's a different feel, and I liked our looks, and I thought Cassius was tremendous early, and obviously coming back off a game he didn't play, but I think it's a 4 or 5 6 point game. And there's a 3-minute segment where it goes 15-3 run, and that's the ball game. And you can't do that on the road in terms of not make shots consistently. I want to tell my guys, well, offensive rebound and go get them. Well, we got 20 of them, and it's why we're one of the top rebounding teams in the country. And yet we didn't make those. We didn't make free throws. It's hard to put guys in places when that ball just doesn't go in, and tonight wasn't our night, and we'll shoot the ball better next time we play, and we'll try to go get 20 offensive rebounds again if we miss that many.
Excellent. Threes aren't falling. Is there an adjustment players need to make, or just to the offense in general, just to maybe counteract that somehow? Let's see, we got 12 looks for Georgie. We got 10 shots for Kofi. We're 5 of 22 from our bigs. Now again, Georgie took a couple threes, which we knew he would have to take. But I think we had a lot of points in the paint. That's why we're number 2 in the league in field goal percentage. But you can't go out there and make them. Give their defense a ton of credit. It's like Tom said. They had the same game against Duke. They could make a shot. And you have those nights, and tonight was our night.
Coach, big picture, you like the fight and the talent that you've got here to work with in terms of looking at this where your program is right now.
Yeah, you got a guy that's we're number 1 in the country in rebounding. We're still a very young team on paper. You've got a guy in Iowa who's continued to get better. Alan Griffin is growing into a terrific player. He's only a sophomore. You got Trent Frazier who had a tough night shooting, but is terrific. So I feel great about where we're going. Georgie's been proven he can be an all Big Ten caliber player. So I love our recruiting class and where we continue to grow and add pieces there. So Andre Cabello's last 2 tournaments he's been in has been MVP in both of them and played himself into a McDonald's All-American nomination. So yeah, I love where we're at.
Continuing with the youth theme, I assume when you see Georgie have 3 turnovers because he's trying to feed Kofi, and people complain about that on social media, I think what you're probably looking at is they're learning their timing against top defenses and doesn't bother you as much.
Well, I have no idea what happens on social media because I'm not on it, but I'll take your word for that, somebody's got to have something to complain about on social media. So Georgie's also one of our top assist guys, and he's going to have a couple turnovers a game. I think on paper, Spencer Tillman averages close to 3 turnovers a game, which is the same as Georgie. I wonder if their fans are, but so I have no idea what you're talking about, but anyway. Georgie's a heck of a player, I know that. Yeah, go ahead.
Michigan State had 20 assists on 26 minutes. What made it really tough to get stops?
Yeah, they're number 1 in the country. They're number 1 in the country in assists. They're number 1 in the country in assisted rate field goals. When you have, I'll give Magic his due. Magic's the best point guard to ever play here. That young man's probably the next best point guard to play here. He's special. He's absolutely special. He has everything that you don't have to coach. And from an offensive standpoint, he is brilliant. And then they grow. And again, they're a team that you don't rattle. And offensively, they do a great job of sharing with each other. They all know their roles, and you get 20 assists when the ball goes in, and they did that tonight.
Allen was only -3 and plus minus. What is he giving you right now, and does he need a bigger role in this team?
I think he's playing into that. There's no doubt. And I don't know what were his minutes tonight. I can't read that far without my glasses.
25.
Yeah, 25 minutes. That's a good number. That's a good number. It's we're trying to get him shots. We ran 2 or 3 sets out of place to get him looks, and but yeah, he's playing into a big part of what we do. He's a guy that we like to run and create opportunities for, but his effort, he just plays, man. He just plays with a fire and a carefree attitude no matter what the situation is. He loves to compete, and I have a lot of respect for that.
Set Kofi for the end of the first half with 2 fouls. What's your decision-making process like that when you decide? I mean, if they come back with 2 or if they don't?
Well, I've always set them, especially when they're freshmen. And, he picked up one that was a little ticky-tack, I think, in the first half, a little shove, and then the second was trying to block a shot. But I've always set them. I knew we fought back. We had it to 6. 2-possession game, you're going to need those guys. If it had gone the other way, maybe it had gotten away a little bit, I might have put him back in, but it's always time and situation, time and score.
Just want to clarify. My question before wasn't really about social media. It's about having patience for youth coming together, gelling as a team, and what you see with, now 14 games in or whatever, with the clicking and the need to develop that timing.
So if we're sitting in here tonight and we shot 48 or 50%, we've got a different deal. I loved what we got offensively tonight. I loved where we were. I thought we made some mistakes defensively that we had not been making. But, guys, I'll take 20 offensive rebounds. I'll take 8 turnovers on the road. The only thing I don't like about tonight is we didn't shoot the ball. We lost. And but I can't control shooting the basketball. I can control the shots we got, and I feel great about where we're getting those from.
This will be our last question.
Brent, first night maybe Kofi just struggles to finish at the rim. What do you attribute that to? Is this something
Them. Yeah, I think, again, he's seen size before, but, I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm and had a couple that didn't go his way early, and we were sure trying to get it to him and trying to establish that. He's been a big reason we're one of the top field goal percentage offenses anyway in the league, but again, I'll look at the film and see what he did, but boy, just 2 or 3 point blank ones where he made nice moves, and he's a freshman. He's 13 games in. He'll learn to finish those. Thank you.
Alan and I also